I've been talking about this for a while now, but it's finally official. NIO, yep, they're coming to the United States, but you're going to have to wait a little while. Sorry, my American friends, it won't be happening this year. Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. We've just hit 80,000 subscribers, which is really great. That's a really, really satisfying thing to have happen. And I really feel a great sense of achievement from that. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you for making that happen. The next figure, 100,000. That is going to be unreal and I can't wait. Now, I've been talking on this channel about Nio electric vehicles for quite a while. Nio battery swap stations, and about the fact that I personally own Nio shares. Not that many, only about 5% of my portfolio is invested into Nio. Xpeng, around 10%. Tesla, around 50%. I know. You're probably thinking, the guy's crazy. Yeah, okay, maybe I am. We'll see. Let's wait and see what happens. Anyhow, I reported a few months ago that Nio was planning on coming to the United States, and that I believe this was happening because of several real estate purchases made by Nio. In fact, Nio have a headquarters already in the United States where they have a big office, essentially, and they started actually moving or building out a new office as well. At that time, Nio also announced they were coming to a range of markets around the world within the next few years. However, the US is a big problem. Why? The Trump tariff. Yes, it's true. The Chinese do have tariffs on American cars. So basically Trump was returning the favor to China. That's a fact. Some of you pointed that out before, and I agree. I was never denying that, by the way. That's true. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that for Nio to sell their electric cars in the United States, they've got to pay the government 25% per car. That's a lot of money. Unless they were to do something else. And I think that's what they plan on doing. To get around the 25% tax, there is something else that they can do. Now, according to electricvehicles.com, Nio will enter the US market in 2025. So, we're looking at 2.5 years away. But 2.5 years, it's not really that far. They're also going to enter a number of other Western markets, including Canada, by then as well. Now, they're already in Europe. They're probably going to be all over Europe, be ubiquitous within Europe by then. Of course, the United States is not low-hanging fruit. You think about it. They don't have to pay taxes like the 25% Trump tariff in most countries in Europe. So they go for that market first where they can get the low-hanging fruit. And then they go for harder markets next. Now, Nio are also coming to Australia, and I believe that's going to probably happen in 2023 or maybe 2024. But Nio has talked about their desire to enter the Australian market. So for those of you Aussies holding out for a Nio electric car, you'll be able to buy one pretty soon, I think. So Nio already has established a US headquarters in San Jose in California, where they started hiring last month. They started hiring people in actual sales roles, which seems bizarre to me. And they've even opened showing rooms of its lineup in California. So they're getting very ready for this. This is not some sort of clickbait video. This is very much true. Obviously, why on earth would you actually have a showroom if you don't plan on selling the vehicles? It's just a total waste of money and time. Why would you hire sales staff if you don't plan on selling the vehicles, right? Now, Nio plans to build one of its signature battery swap stations at its US headquarters for testing purposes, getting ready for selling them. And for those of you who don't know what battery swapping is, well, Nio, they have battery swapping stations all over China. They have about 1,000 of them now. In fact, they have some of them in Europe as well. You can drive into it. You basically drive in, and within 3 minutes or a bit less, the battery is removed from your car by a robotic machine, and a new battery is put into your car with a full charge. You drive away and you're basically good to go. It's quicker than filling up at a petrol station or a gas station. So it's a really, really good concept, but it does cost Nio money. However, the trick here is that NIO actually use these batteries as energy storage, and they actually make money by selling that energy storage to the market when energy is expensive and bringing it back in when energy is cheap. So it's kind of a bit like Tesla's consolidated battery project in California, where they're doing the same thing with people who own Tesla Powerwalls, for example. They're basically the same concept, which is very, very smart in my view. In an announcement from December last year, NIO said it will be expanding to 25 new countries and regions by 2025, including Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. At the same time, the company made significant strides in expanding to European countries such as France and the UK. In other words, they're not quite there yet, but they will be, word is, within the next 6 months. So for those of you who are in the UK watching this video, or if you're in France, you'll soon be able to buy a NIO vehicle as well. So what do they sell then? Well, they actually have a much bigger range than Tesla, surprisingly, which includes the NIO EP9. But actually you can't buy them unless you're in China. They only made 16 of those. That's a supercar with 1,000 kilowatt or 1 megawatt. But then they also have the EC6, which is an SUV, a mid-size, fully electric SUV. They've got the ES6, which is basically the same vehicle, but it's a coupe shape at the back. Then they have the ES8, which is a full-size SUV, which is a bit bigger, probably a similar size, just a bit smaller than a Tesla Model X. They also have the brand new NIO ET7, which is apparently, by all reports, an amazing vehicle, very similar to the Tesla Model S. And upcoming models include the EP9, which is an electric minivan. Then you've got the ES3, which is a compact electric crossover, similar to the BYD Atto 3. Then you've also got the upcoming ES7, which is a mid-size electric SUV, and the ET5, which is a competitor to the Tesla Model 3. So you can see NIO have quite a few different models, right? So there's quite a few different cars there for you to pick from if you're interested in the brand. Right now on their US website, NIO lists 6 different models, mainly consisting of crossovers and SUVs. So clearly those are the 6 models that they plan on selling in the United States. And the company has many specifications for the models shown. It's a little bit confusing, to tell you the truth. However, the site remains relatively simple. There's not a whole lot of information there. So the NIO United States lineup includes 2 sedans, the ET5, a 5-door sedan resembling a Tesla Model 3, and the ET7, a full-size sedan. NIO also lists 4 different electric crossovers, or SUVs, for US buyers. The EC6, which is the crossover SUV coupe. That's a little bit like a BMW X4, according to Teslarati. Then there's the ES8, a full-size 3-row SUV, like I said, similar to the Tesla Model X. Then there's the ES6. That's similar to the ES8, but it's a coupe-like vehicle. And the ES7, that's also a 2-row SUV. So there's quite a few different vehicles. Go to the website, have a look, check them out. Performance of them is pretty good. I would definitely consider one, but of course, you have to wait a couple of years to get one, unless NIO speeds things up, which they might. So NIO have not confirmed whether or not they're going to put battery swapping stations in the United States, but right, we've already seen them put a battery swapping station in California to show US customers how the technology works. So I'd say it's pretty likely they plan on doing it, rolling them out in the US. So how are they going to do it? How are they going to sell cars in America and be competitive? Well, if NIO ships parts from China to the US and then assembles them as vehicles in the United States, then they can get around paying the 25% tariff on those vehicles, because then they technically become US made vehicles. This is exactly what Nikola does with their electric trucks. They don't make them, another company does in Europe. They ship the parts over to Phoenix in the US, and then Nikola assembles them in America, and this makes them technically American trucks. Well, NIO will do the same thing, and I believe BYD as well. Now, personally, I think NIO makes some really impressive electric cars, and that's why I've invested in the company. However, if I were to choose between NIO and Xpeng, Well, I think Xpeng has better value electric cars that are probably just about as good as NIO. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.